Okay, so perfectionism. Perfectionism is when we set really exceptionally high standards for ourselves or others in different areas of life. It could be at work, as a parent, as a friend. It could be in keeping healthy, in our exercise, whatever. It doesn't necessarily mean that you want things to be perfect all the time, although it might. It's more that you set really high standards and kind of think to yourself that anything below that standard is unacceptable. Now, perfectionism in a lot of ways can be really helpful. Often it helps to drive people to do more and be better. We often see perfectionism in really high achieving, very successful people. But that anxiety that we feel at possibly not achieving the standard we've set prompts us to work harder. But it becomes a problem when one of two things happen. First, when we become so overwhelmed with the task that we procrastinate or avoid it. This often means that we have much less time to get it done, so we don't quite get it done how we want. And that kind of means that we feel like we've failed a bit. So in true perfectionist style, we set the bar even higher for the next time to really make sure we succeed this time. The problem is that this makes it even harder and we're likely to feel even more overwhelmed. The second thing that can happen is that we work ridiculously hard at getting it done, often at the expense of other areas of life like our relationships, leisure activities, health, sleep, etc. And by some miracle manage to pull it off. And for a short time we kind of feel great. We feel we've achieved something, and actually what this ends up doing is it reinforces that being a perfectionist is a good thing. So this then becomes our default. And it kind of is a good thing until the next thing comes along and we have to do it all over again, and eventually leaving us feeling exhausted and burnt out. The good news is that you don't actually have to live like this. If you're finding that you are feeling burnt out, tired, stressed, your procrastinating is getting out of hand, it might be helpful to speak with a clinical psychologist and get some strategies to help you find a better balance and live a more fulfilling life.